of, but he is located in the Derby Hall. Just slide on through there. It'll get you hooked up with licorice and keep you happy for the rest of the day.
All righty, 139 is confirmed as scratch. Okay, I'll trade you a cookie for some licorice, Chet.
I'll do that. I like your cookies, too.
Yeah, I ran down to get some while they were redoing the thing here, and I actually I missed where Bill was pitted because I ran down so fast and ran back up that I got a message after. He's like, "You ran right by me." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." I was on a mission to get back up here because I thought we were going to get started earlier. I'm like, I got to be there.
There you go. So getting set to go. Super Stock Free Air 340. Dublin's Bar and Grill. Good hole shot coming out of the 22X. Tom Palabuki. Down into the corner, looking around the outside for the race lead. Watch Mankey in a number 10 sled back there as well. Is a good move. Way out wide for Mankey. Fred's giving it everything he's got. Good side-by-side action up front. Who's going to be a race leader? We want to go maybe 3 wide as Mankey's working a top shelf. Got her into the number 2 spot. That was a bold move on the ice. 404 sled. Lance Lisso's got the number 1 spot. Meanwhile, back behind, 3 wide for second on the field. Down in turn number 1 and 2. And here comes Mankey on through.
Wow, he shot through all of them. They were 3 wide there. And
we're indeed Fred wasting no time, getting himself up onto the point. Just 3 laps the distance here on these heat races. And Mankey and the old Mercury is digging and pawing, scratching, clawing down the front chute. Number 13, Cal Mogg, was able to move into second down in turn number 3 and 4. See if he can hang on to it. Mogg not going to be able to run down Mankey. Mankey carrying a lot of speed, chatters out across the racetrack. Mogg running second back behind the 404 sled. Alisso rounding out the top 3. And here comes Lance down the inside. Boy, I thought he was going to run her deep. Didn't quite make it happen, though. We got a good battle for third on the field. Meanwhile, checkered flag comes out up front for Mankey. He's going to pick up the win. 22X car, Palabuki almost got back into the number 3 spot. So heat race number 1 goes into the books. Top 5 to advance, and they are
Fred Mankey, the 13 of Kyle Mogg moving on, 404 Lance Lizaway, the 22X of Tim Palubicki, and the 777 of Kyle Ludwig. They will be moving on. That was heat 1 of 4 for the Superstock Free Air 340.
Yeah, Dublin's Bar and Grill Superstock Free Air 340. So here comes heat race number 2. Lineup's going to look like this.
Fairgrove, Michigan driver, 33T Tyler Foster. The 466 driver, John Bueller from Medford, Wisconsin. From Six Lakes, Michigan, Adam Lincoln on the 83 sled. Jim Kelly on the 751 from Grand Rapids, Michigan. From Waguanago, Wisconsin, Alex Katricius on the 717. Jay Rickard on the 96 sled from Glencoe, Minnesota. From Avon, Indiana, Grant Bentrud on the 1120 sled, and Harley Allers from Medford, Wisconsin on the 148. It'll be nice to see Harley back on the track here, as last year during one of the first races with the ladies, she was taken out and was out for the season. So it'll be great to see her back here at the track. Good luck to all the drivers here.
And there you go. Hey, if you're tuned in watching on Flow Racing, don't forget that Flow Racing subscription, just $150 a year, is good for everything on the Flow Sports Network. You can download the app onto your device, Fire Stick, Roku, your smart TV, your iPhone, your Android device, whatever it may be. Download the Flow Racing app or the Flow Sports app, and it gives you access to all the hockey and wrestling and cheerleading and gymnastics and baseball and softball and like 27 different things you can watch out there as far as sports are concerned. I know we'll have over 1,000 events on racing, the Chili Bowl included, coming up next week. You watch that during the week and then tune in for the WC next weekend as well. Checking them out there for Todd. Green flag set to go up. Heat race number 2 underway, and a good side-by-side start coming there from the middle of the racetrack, as it looks like it's going to be the 96 of Jay Rickard trying to lead him out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Got a run on him, pulls out by 2 sled lengths over that number 2 spot. He's going to be challenged for the race lead, though. He's trying to get that wide entry into turn number 3 and 4. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? Maybe, maybe not, as we got a good drag down into the stripe. 96 sled still has the advantage. 33T down the inside. Tyler Foster trying to pick up the top spot. Foster working the inside. Able to get into out of turn number 2, I should say. So we got a slow one. We were watching down turn number 4, able to continue on. We're going to stay green flag out here. So Foster's going to be your race leader coming around here to the white flag, but not going quietly into the night. Back behind that second place sled is the number 96.
They're being followed by Harley Allers, the 717 of Alex Katricius in that 4th spot, but I believe he just got past there. So Top 5 will move on.
Yeah, top 5 looking to move on. It looks like he did get around, and we got a slow in there for 5th, and we might have a run. And a swip swap back down the straightaway. Here comes the checkered flag, though. Up front, it's going to be a 33T of Tyler Foster picking up the win to 96. A Rickert goes second, and Harley Allers at 148, rounds out the top 3. So there you go, top 5 looking to advance out of the Superstock Free Air 340 heat race number 2.
Alrighty, 33T, Tyler Foster, the 96 of Jay Rickert, 148 of Harley Allers, the 751 of Jim Kelly, and the 83 of Adam Lincoln will move on.
So heat race number 3 set to roll out onto the racetrack. So Superstock Free Air 340 heat race number 3 of 4. Race number 10 on the day.
72T driver Timothy Shaw from Kewanee, Wisconsin. Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin driver 32 Michael Brettel. Chris, I'm not sure how this is said. I hope I don't mangle it. Klauser from Phelps, Wisconsin on the 2K sled. Jim Zierden, 36X from Shawano, Wisconsin. Braden Stensrud from Alden, Minnesota on the D24. Todd Zastro on the 17 from Wausau, Wisconsin. On the 42 sled from Unionville, Michigan, Nathan Brinkman. And Dylan the Greek on the 115 from Hartford, Wisconsin.
Dylan and Agnostopoulos. Whole bunch of vowels in that one.
Yeah, sometimes it flows for me and sometimes it doesn't. So he has given me permission to call him Dylan the Greek.
There you go. So getting set to go. 8 sleds slated to be out here. Top 5 will advance into the final. 54 races on the daytime portion. Tonight we will have Friday Night Lightning. Be running races. That'll start at 6 o'clock tonight. All included with that Flow Racing subscription. But thank you so much for joining us out here at the Derby Complex. The sunshine has come out, which we're not necessarily stoked to see. We like to see cloud cover on our ice oval racing. Makes it very bright for the racers out there, as well as putting a lot more of, solar energy down on the racetrack, and we don't want that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's worse, the sun or if it was snowing. But I suppose snowing, we can't race depending on how it is because of...
visibility issues.
Yes, so...
Yeah. I don't know where you were going with that, but we were going somewhere, weren't we?
Well, I'm just there's so many people that always say when I'm going to the races, they're like, oh my gosh, do they have snow up there? I said, we don't need snow, we need the cold. But the sun, the sun can be bad too.
So 2K, Chris Klauser, a scratch on this one. So 2K sled. Not able to make it, so that was the one we had capsized down turn number 3 and 4. So everybody else stacked up, ready to cut loose down here on the line.
Yeah, that was driven by a different driver. I'm sure they were sharing the same sled.
As much to his chagrin, good hole shot. Coming at 115 sled, watching Dylan and Agnostopoulos. Going to leap out to the early race lead down at turn 1 to 2, and he just threw something off his sled. Whatever it was, it's the same thing Bill lost earlier on in qualifying. I think it might be a cap. Off the, could be off the lubrication tank, the lube tank.
Jim Zierden takes the lead when they come around 4.
Meanwhile, 3 wide, back behind, and look at that race down into the quarter 42 sled down the inside, or outside rather. Brinkman trying to hang on to it. The 32 is going to squirt on through, however, and Michael Brettel is going to move up a spot and go to attack. And we're looking for the top 5 to advance. And it's all about that 5th and final transfer spot down into turn number 3 and 4. Man, that is heavily contended between 3 sleds rolling onto the front straightaway. So currently the 42 sled has got it. Brinkman's trying to hang on to it just by the skin of his teeth across the stripe. 32 still challenging Michael. The Wisconsin Rapids Wisconsin racer is chewing his way out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Checkered flag set to come out up front for your race leader. Zierden's going to pick up the win, and look at the 3 sled battle taking place back behind, looking for 5 to bring on, and hoo-hoo-hoo. Out around the outside, it will be the 42 hanging on to 5th on the field. Brinkman had his hands full on that one, though.
All righty, top 5 moving on from heat number 3 is the 36 of Jim Zierden, the 115 of Dylan the Greek, the D24 of Braden Stensrud, the 17 of Todd Zastro, and the 42 of Nathan Brinkman.
Fourth and final heat race for the Dublin's Bar and Grill Superstock Free Air 340s rolling out onto the ice.
Alrighty, from Cumberland, Wisconsin, Kevin Sonnentag on the 63Z sled. From Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, Gunnar Carlson on the 624X. Kyle McKeever from Hortonville, Wisconsin on the M36. Greg Bailey from Holland, Michigan on the 6T sled. Joe Hammer on the 41 sled from LeSueur. Is that how that's said? Minnesota? Sure. I hope so.
Sounds good to me. I'm with you.
Cedarville, Michigan. Michael Friel on the 19. The 08X, Corey Schindler from Ladysmith, Wisconsin. And Dan Studer on the 220 sled from Muskegon, Michigan.
Yep. Muskegon, Michigan racer there. 220 rounding out the field. Bring them all down. This is your fourth and final heat race for the Dublin's Bar and Grill Superstock Free Air 340, race number 11 on the day. Again, 54 total races here on this day number 1, not including the nighttime session. As everybody bounces up and down, gets those picks locked down into the ice on the Ultimax Performance belts by Timkins. Starting line. Set to go. Watch very carefully as the green flag set to go up. Todd gives them the once-over. A little nod from the racers. Green flag. Whole shot coming off the outside of the racetrack. It's going to be Schindler trying to race his way into the point lead, and Cody's got it, at least through the apex. Hang on to it. Challenge down the inside. Charge, I believe that's Joe Hammer maybe working that number 2 spot down into turn number 3 and 4. We're still side by side for third on the field as well, as Hammer's got a line coming off the bottom. 41 sled trying to get to the point. Not going to happen for him. 08X of Schindler hanging on to P1 as they get scored for lap number 1. Taking the top 5 on. We got the top 5 breaking away from the rest of the field. It'll be a battle for position through them. But up front, what a race for the lead. Hammer's trying to make something happen as he's chipping away down on the inside. And here comes Hammer with a move. Going to slide out, take the lane away. A little skitter. Nope, left the outside wide open for the 08X. And he's going to rip back through. And Schindler goes back to the point on the white flag. Side by side up front. Schindler out wide. Hammer down low. Locked in that fierce tussle out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Hammer needs to row just a little bit harder as Schindler runs it deep down into the corner. Hammer's got the preferred line down on the inside. Little bobbles. He almost caught the apron, and here comes the charge. Watch the 08X around the outside. Going to get there first. Yep, got it. Schindler picks up the win. Hammer's going to go second. Superstock Free Air 340 heat race number 4 complete. Top 5 to advance out of that one. And I believe it's going to be Schindler, Hammer, McKeever, Sonnentag, Friel. Your 5 moving on as we end race number 11 of 54. Combo class coming up next. Superstock Combo 250. Free Air liquid cooled and a 340 fan cooled. Heat race number 1 of 2. Again, thanks so much for joining us here on Flow Racing. Thanks for joining us at the World Championship Derby Complex. While you're out there walking around, take advantage of everything. Go see the Licorice Guy and Fly Racing sing down the inside. Fly Racing and parent company WPS are proud to sponsor the 58th running of the World Championship Snowmobile Derby and the 20th running of the Vintage World Championship Snowmobile Races. At WPS, they opened their doors for business in the snowmobile industry 3 years prior to the very first running of the Eagle River Derby. This event has served them well as the ideal venue to showcase their comprehensive range of snowmobile apparel, parts, and accessories. WPS and Fly Racing are proud of their ongoing partnership with the world's most prestigious and historic snowmobile events. As it looks like we are going into a plow break, so we will have a grooming session coming out onto the ice. A little bit of a break leading up. We got some stuff for you. You want to check out this cool videos that Matt's got for you. In the meantime, we'll be back with racing action here in just a few.
The Mighty 3,